Castlevania is unsurprisingly Konami's vampire killing series where some dude who just so happened to have a Belmont as his great grandfather's uncle is told to murder Dracula because he likes to come back every 100 years or so. The cell comes from when he's revived. The game I want to discuss is Legends, the third Castlevania game released for the Game Boy in 1997 for Japan and 1998 for America. When it was released, it was seen as disappointing by most game publications. Not bad, but not really good. Koji Igarashi eventually made a retcon to this game where it went from the first game in the whole Castlevania timeline to not in the Castlevania timeline at all, along with other games like the N64 games and Circle of the Moon. But let's give this game a chance. As far as I know, the pachinko machines aren't retcon, so it can't be that awful. The game starts out with a short intro, though we can find more about the plot in the manual. In the Middle Ages of Transylvania, one man came into possession of an evil power and the Prince of Darkness was born. At about the same time, a baby girl possessing special powers was born to a family, and this girl's faith would begin when she met Alucard, who was on a journey to defeat his father. This young girl was Sonia, the very first vampire slayer of the Belmont clan. So yeah, that's the game's plot, and we pick off on the beginning of Sonia's journey. We start by hearing a, in my opinion, fine rendition of Vampire Slayer. I originally called it trash when I first played the game, but it's grown on me. It's not too bad. The game also shows its Symphony of the Night inspiration with extra routes, but they aren't usually useful. They just give you detours that lead to things like 1-ups and some steak. After waltzing through some graves and getting killed by zombies, and learning that the punishment for death is losing all of your hearts, we also get an axe, which I can't use. But I'll just ignore it for now. Hope it won't be too important. I fall into a second trap, but with knowing how to escape and all, we see a weird 3D render of Dracula's face, and we've hit our first boss. It's a giant bat. He likes to dive directly onto us and ram us into the wall, but he is still the first boss, so just know how many hits you can get him while waiting for his ram attack, usually 3, avoid the dive bomb, and he'll eventually die. In stage 2, I figured out I have the ability to freeze enemies. These serve as your items in the game and will cost you hearts. Now originally I want to ask, how did killing a bat let me freeze people? But now I ask, how does a wind spell relate to freezing people? Maybe it becomes that cold. While I'm at it, I'll just go in some night to remove the spikes in a completely different room. I don't have a good answer for this one, but it does let us progress. Speaking of enemies, we meet some new ones, like Boo wearing a skull mask and the Hunchback of Notre Dame, and the knight I had talked about previously. All you have to do to beat him is get behind his back and hit him a couple times. Just watch out for that charge of his. I also discovered holding A while on a ladder lets you go down faster. Also, something above, I think that brick there hits you. How would you just walk it off is beyond me. Boss 2, Zombie Dragon. This guy shoots a single fireball in one of 3 directions and then drops some bricks on your head. The fireballs can be dodged easy enough if you're waiting for good moments to strike, but the bricks are randomized, so those might hit you a bit. After a while, we beat him and go on to stage 3. We get the power of bubbles from defeating him, which is a heal spell, but health won't help us if we fall into bottomless pits because you failed to press up on a rope. Also, weird rope dudes start and hogging up all the rope, man, get off there. Climb some more and we're face to face with the mini boss Dragon Dude. He shoots 3 fireballs on the ground that aren't too difficult to avoid, and after some whippings, he is gone. Also, I want about boost mode here. It gives you a temporary invincibility and increases your speed if you hit A and B at the same time. Though I only intentionally used it once, which will come way later. After I climb some more boring gears, I make it to Death, the Grim Reaper himself, who is possibly the easiest boss in the whole game. He can only have a single scythe on screen to dodge, but when his health is low enough, he changes it to 2, but by that time the battle was already over, and Drek's right hand man is gone. Stage 4, here I come. This level starts off in a bit of a rough patch. You have to get past this night dude over a bit of spikes. I only got through it because I accidentally used boost mode, which got me over the pit and past the night. We also have a new barn spell, which is just a screen nuke. We also see spiders, which we need to crouch to kill. Anyway, some more screens pass and we meet up with Medusa, who has a whole body this time. I just sat in a corner, hitting the whip button, and eventually I won. After a really annoying section involving me failing to grab this rope a billion times, I can now say definitively, bubbles heal your health. Oh, and also we see Alucard for the first time. Sonia! Alucard! What are you doing here? Listen to me, Sonia. This is no place for someone like you. But Alucard, this problem concerns only me and my father. I'm the only one who can make amends for the sins committed by my father. No turn back. Alucard, you're probably right. In fact, you've always made the right decisions, but I have no intention of going back now. I will not run away. We all decide our own fate. It was me who you taught that. Alright, Sonia, then show me the strength. Well, looks like we're fighting now. And Alucard's tough, man. He charges, shoots fireballs, turns into a bat. He ain't messing around. But I beat him via one trick. If you stand in his face, he'll always attempt to charge. And since he'll only charge to your current position, I can move back, whip, and then repeat this strategy again and again until the game decides he dies. I had no idea you had become this strong. It looks like this time I learned a lesson. Alucard, did you purposely know? You have made me believe in your strength. I'm sorry. Don't trouble yourself about it. Now I must sleep. Farewell, my beloved, my beautiful vampire slayer. Farewell, dear Alucard. Hey, wait, are Sonia and Alucard supposed to be at that level of their relationship? Like, the one that talks about all the birds and the bees and junk. And whatever. We got his thing and we're then thrown into the trash, which is supposed to be Dracula's hideout, level 5. It's full of flowing streams and new enemy frogmans, which die in a single level 1 whip swing. A couple of screens pass by and we see a jumping demon, who jumps to our current position. He would be hard, but I had a plan going into this boss. Go to the exit door, turn around a bit, and start whipping. Eventually, he dies. After some more climbing, we get to a room with a big hole in it, and it's here I know the best move is to jump right into it, hitting a start the candle and unlocking the secret area. One that I found all by myself, no help needed. This area seems to be some kind of very clean dungeon full of traps forcing us to fight sausages. After some more climbing and jumping, we're face to face with the Executioner. He hits like a truck and slowly moves towards us, and it's definitely the game's hardest boss. This introduces the first and only time I have intentionally used boost mode, giving me invulnerability that I use to beat him. He gives us the magic spell. Yes, that's its name, which lets us nullify projectiles. You'll never see me use it. We get sent back to the midpoint of the stage, where after some more ropes, a hallway full of knights, and failing to catch a rope, we meet with the Count himself, Dracula. You have done well, my girl. You are the first human to have come this far. You are the Prince of Darkness. Because of you, many people have died. My dear, I merely done what you humans wished for, fulfilling your insatiable desires. People must fulfill their dreams with their own power. You have been consumed by the power of evil. You no longer have the strength to determine your own fate. On the contrary, I am just the one to use this power, and I will be king who rules over the entire world. Fanboy of Darkness Dracula loves to spawn in a certain area and shoot fireballs at you that you have to avoid. The first phase isn't too difficult. Just move from where he is and whip him until he dies. But then you hit phase 2, where he becomes this giant demon law monster thing that can shoot fireballs in a circular shape. And now there's 2 dumb bottomless pits just to make things more difficult. But I eventually realized that his head had a predetermined spawn position every time, and after mastering that, it was only a matter of time before Dracula was sent back to the grave where he belongs. Oh no! Me losing to a woman? You poor man, it must be difficult for you to understand who possesses eternal life are about to perish. Humans are granted such a previous short life in comparison to yours, but in that short time we are able to love and look for someone else. Ha 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 ha! Do you really think that the likes of you can destroy me? Darkness will never die out. As long as there is light in the world, I am the ruler of the darkness, and I will rise again, as long as people like you are alive. And again, I tell you, when that happens, someone will appear before you to take my place. If it is my fate to again be a vampire hunter, I will be ready. Goodbye, O woeful Prince of Darkness. With that, Dracula quib crumbles, and the fear that covered the world was defeated, ending Castlevania Legends. This though isn't the true ending. Remember that axe? Well, there was an item like that one for every stage, and if we got them all, the ending is changed, where Sonya is revealed to have had a child with Alucard, who is likely to continue the cycle of her Beaumont fighting some Prince of Darkness. Now for my actual views on Castlevania Legends, it's a fine game. Not the worst Castlevania game or something, though again, one's the only Castlevania game I have beaten up to this point. It could be that the high expectations set from Belmont's Revenge for Game Boy and Symphony of the Night make this 5 out of 10 look more like a 3. But overall, the music is alright, the stage design is nothing special, and there isn't much story but what you expect for a Game Boy game. Anyways, I'm Game Genius, I have been your guy, and if you enjoyed my presence, I might go over more Castlevania games, and thanks for giving me your time. Bye bye.